Welcome to God-Guided Meditation, where Scripture connects us to the divine. So, what are we reflecting on today? 1 Kings chapter 3. Explained, the prayer that changed a kingdom. The weight of a kingdom now rested on young shoulders. Still fresh from his father's shadow, the newly anointed king stepped forward, eager to rule well, but aware of his inexperience. He made an alliance with Egypt, marrying Pharaoh's daughter. And in Jerusalem, where the Ark of the Covenant had not yet been brought, he offered sacrifices at the high places. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 3. Solomon loved the Lord and followed the instructions of his father David, but he also offered sacrifices and burned incense at pagan places of worship. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 4. He went to Gibeon to offer sacrifices, because that was where the most famous altar was. He offered 1,000 animals as a sacrifice on it. It was there, under the stars of Gibeon, that heaven opened. That night, Solomon lay down to sleep. The fire from the altar still glowed in the distance, and as his eyes closed, he entered a dream unlike any other. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 5. That night the Lord appeared to him in a dream and asked, "What would you like me to give you?" A blank check from heaven. Riches, power, long life. But the young king didn't ask for any of these. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 7. O Lord my God, you have let me succeed my father as king, even though I am very young and don't know how to rule. Verse 9. So give me the wisdom I need to rule your people with justice, and to know the difference between good and evil. And that one humble request moved the heart of God. Verse 10. The Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. Verse 11. Because you have asked for wisdom to rule justly, instead of asking for long life, wealth, or the death of your enemies. Verse 12. I will give you more wisdom and understanding than anyone has ever had before or will ever have again. Verse 13. And I will also give you what you have not asked for. All your life you will have wealth and honor. When Solomon awoke, the dream still echoed in his spirit. He returned to Jerusalem and stood before the Ark of the Covenant, and he offered burnt offerings, peace offerings, and a feast for all his officials. And then came the moment, a moment that would define his gift and mark his reign with awe. 2 women came before the throne. Both claimed to be the mother of a living child. Each swore that the other's baby had died. There were no witnesses, no proof, just 2 mothers and 1 child. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 23. Solomon said, Each of you claims that the living child is hers, and that the dead child belongs to the other. Then the young king said something shocking. 24. Bring me a sword. Verse 25. Cut the living child in 2 and give each woman half. Gasps filled the court, eyes widened, hearts froze, and then one of the women cried out. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 26. Please, your majesty, don't kill the child. Give it to her. But the other said, Go ahead and cut him in 2. Then neither of us will have him. And with that, Solomon knew. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 27. Don't kill the child. Give him to the first woman. She is his real mother. And the room fell silent, as everyone realized they had just witnessed true wisdom. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 28. When the people of Israel heard of Solomon's decision, they held him in awe, because they knew that God had given him wisdom to judge fairly. Sometimes The clearest mark of leadership isn't power, but humility. And the greatest wisdom comes when we ask for what matters most. A king had asked for understanding, and his reign had only just begun. Have you subscribed? Don't miss the next chapter, one chapter at a time, and together we'll explore the entire Bible thoroughly. God-guided meditation. To God be the glory.